And now I'm going to be adding the green into my cat's eyes. And I'm using this darker green. So it's a gray green. I would call it the gray green. And I'm going to cover all of the pupil, all of the iris, sorry. And blending it out so I can layer more colors over the top of it. That's one eye. That's the other eye, blending it out. So he has quite round irises. So most cats do. Okay. Next I'm taking another green, which is lighter. And I'm looking at, in some places in the eye, there is this light kind of shining through. Even though he's backlit, there's still some reflected light happening in the eye, and I'm adding it like so. So creating opposite highlights, it's going to add a sense of shape. So here it's quite bright, and also as the light travels through the eye, through the iris, it's going to highlight this area here. Okay, and now with the yellow, we can add that brighter highlight on this eye and a little dot here. Okay, so now what he lacks are those pupils, and let's add those. And for that, I'm going to use a black. So here now we can already layer in our black, and it's not going to look flat. Sometimes you will see that Persian cats, they look a bit, I don't know, as if they're looking into different directions slightly. So you might see that in a cat too, but I want him staring straight at me. And now with this black, actually I'm going to take a pencil. This is a charcoal pencil. I can start creating that dark border of the eye. First with a charcoal pencil, just to map it in, so that if I don't like it, I can still cover it over with soft pastel, and I can take it back. Like so. Setting that eye slightly in the socket. This is just the dust of the pencil. And as it goes towards the nose, it gets a bit darker here. Softening the edge. Okay, that's one eye. Just softening a bit the edge. Again, cleaning my hand so I don't dirty the drawing. Like so, that's one. And this is the other eye. So I'm looking at the shape. This is just copying from the reference photo, to be honest here. We're just looking at that shape. And here we have that eye also in the socket, like so. So now that we will put this, it might seem dark to you. So this charcoal pencil might seem really dark. So it kind of looks as if it's quite dark, and it might be enough to actually set our eye into the place where it belongs. But now that we add also the black pastel, you will see that it becomes not as dark. So all the colors, all the values you perceive, you You have to always look at them in comparison to something else. So correcting the shape here. Like so. I'm gonna add just a bit of this light here where I lost it, just a tad, also here a bit. And I see that I don't have enough darks, so I'm gonna use this brown that we use for the cat itself. I'm gonna add it into the eye, also here, and here there's going to be a shadow cast from the eyelid as well. So this is going to add more volume to the eye. I can even add something slightly darker. Something like so. It's also a gray-green. Just to add a sense of like depth, a sense of the eye being round. So usually you find these shadows from the eyelids, right under the eyelid on the cat or on any other animal. Now we're gonna go back to our black, and here what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add stronger value of this black, correct the shape of the pupil in places where I need it, not everywhere, just in some places. Just to intensify it, like so. The same goes here, so correcting the shape of that eye. So with pastels, it's basically going back and forth between the values. And it's very similar to sculpting, actually. Or just sculpting with color. Okay, now we have that. Next, I'm just gonna correct the shape of this pupil. And let's have that highlight brighter. Okay, and here also. Okay, now we have those eyes. Let's add some color to the nose, just because I want to darken it up, because it kind of comes forward and it's a bit different in value. Adding the brown that we used for the cat already. And next I will be adding that nose. So for the nose we need some pinks, so I'm going to be using the same pink that we used for the cat here. So first I'm going to add this pink and gently rub it in. And from this color that is very close to the color of the paper, we're going to go into darker colors. So his nose is quite dark, and I will go with something grayed out pink, something like so. This is going to be dark enough. I'm going to start sculpting the nose from the darkest areas that I see on the nose. Like so. And I'm also going to add it into the bottom lip here, this pink. And as we're at it, we can add this pink also into the ear, just a bit, but don't make it too pink, otherwise he's going to look like a little piglet. And this color here, also on the other ear. Like so. Just a bit by those eyes, because there's going to be the skin slightly showing through, just a tiny bit. Okay, so we have this pink. Next, I'm gonna go into my charcoal pencil. I'm going to start drawing the shapes that I see. So here he has those nostrils. Just don't make the nose too big, otherwise he's gonna look like a little piglet. Going to lightly push the color in. Okay. And now with a lighter color, so I need something light pink or light violet. I'm going to bring out those areas around the nostrils that are lighter, like so, and here, and again darkening this area over here. And I'm going to take an even darker kind of violet color to add the shadows here by the nose. And a bit of a shadow up here and blend it into the fur. And I think my nose is just a tad too wide, so I can correct the shape by going in with the colors of the background. So got just a bit too big. This is better now. Now I can add those nostrils with the black. Like so. Just adding a bit of this black into the shadow here, just to darken it up a bit.